On May 1st, 1997, underwater microphones picked up a sound so loud it traveled 5,000 kilometers across the Pacific, and nobody knew what made it. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, runs a network of hydrophones scattered across the ocean floor. Think of them as underwater ears, listening for earthquakes, whale calls, ship traffic, routine work. But this sound didn't fit any category they'd ever logged. The audio spike was enormous. The frequency was low and deliberate, and within days it became the most talked about recording in marine biology. The scientific community named it the Bloop, a term that sounds almost whimsical until you hear the actual recording. It's not whimsical at all. It's a low-frequency rumble that builds and fades like something massive moving through absolute darkness. Oceanographers had never encountered anything like it in their hydrophone archives. The mystery deepened when they checked the coordinates. The sound originated from a location in the South Pacific, roughly 965 kilometers southwest of the southern tip of Chile, in one of the deepest, most remote regions on Earth. This is where the story splits into two paths, the one everyone imagined and the one that was actually true. The public path, the one that leaked to media outlets and radio shows, suggested something monstrous. A creature so enormous that no known animal could match its acoustic signature. Internet forums exploded. Was it a giant squid, a whale species we'd never catalogued? Something older? The Bloop became the ocean's Bigfoot, whispered about in late-night conversations, spawning documentaries and wild speculation. But here's what makes this exhibit so valuable. The real answer arrived quietly, without fanfare. In 2005, 8 years after the recording, NOAA scientists published their findings. They'd analyzed similar sounds recorded before and after the Bloop, cross-referenced them with icequake data from Antarctica, consulted whale experts, and they reached a conclusion that was, frankly, far more elegant than any monster theory. The Bloop was an icequake, not from a single calving event, but from the stress fractures within massive icebergs in the Ross Sea region of Antarctica. When glacial ice under immense pressure suddenly ruptures, and we're talking about ice shelves the size of small nations, it produces a low-frequency acoustic signature that travels thousands of kilometers through seawater. The sound wasn't a creature, it was geology screaming. The evidence was compelling. Similar sounds had been detected in 1993 and 1994, all originating from the same Antarctic region. The frequency profile matched known icequake acoustics. And when oceanographers played the Bloop alongside recordings of icequakes, the resemblance was unmistakable. What had seemed like a creature call was actually the sound of a planet changing shape. But let me show you something else in this collection, something that makes the Bloop story even richer. The public never stopped believing in the monster theory. Even after NOAA explanation, even after peer review, the Bloop lived on in popular culture as unsolved. It became the poster child for ocean mysteries. Reddit threads, YouTube videos, documentaries, they kept the creature hypothesis alive, sometimes deliberately ignoring the scientific conclusion. And here's the small irony I want you to notice. The real story, the sound we thought came from an unknown creature actually came from a changing planet, is arguably more significant than the monster explanation. Because it's evidence, it's climate, it's the sound of Antarctica literally breaking apart, recorded by accident, broadcast across the world. We had the answer, we just preferred the mystery. The Bloop's legacy isn't really about solving a mystery. It's about what we choose to believe when the evidence is incomplete. It's about how a sound in the dark can mean almost anything until we're brave enough to look at what's actually making it. And perhaps it's a reminder that the ocean still has plenty of genuine secrets. We just have to learn to tell the difference between mystery and misunderstanding. Subscribe so you don't miss the next time science solves a mystery we didn't even know we were asking.